So good evening, my lovelies, and just beginning on the mat wherever you're most comfortable, seated or lying down. And we'll have a few moments just to become quiet, noticing how we're feeling. Just have a scan through the body as well, noticing any little aches and pains that you might have, where you might feel a bit tired and tight. It's always nice to observe these areas. We can bring this knowledge into our practice. Some areas we may have to be more gentle with, others you really might enjoy the stretch to find some space and loosen up. So just think back over your day. Have you been busy, mentally or physically? And what do you really need from this hour that we have together? Take a few deep breaths. And these may be the first conscious, really conscious breaths that you've taken today. They may not be, but sometimes it's quite nice to acknowledge this. This time we have on our mat is precious time to kind of come back to ourselves. So we'll have some quiet meditation time. If you're lying down, just take your arms overhead and have a nice full body stretch. And if you're already seated, we can just roll shoulders and maybe just move the head. And then lying down, just bring knees in. Take a few moments to rock. Just feeling your back against your mat, how it feels. And then we'll come up to seated. We'll do the so hum repetition. If you have mala beads, and you don't have to have them, if you haven't got them, don't worry. But if you do have mala beads, it's always quite nice to use this as a meditation to thumb through. So you just sort of rest them between your hands and using your thumb, you just thumb through them and the loop travels through your hands. So it might be nice to thumb through one when we say so, and then hum. So we breathe in, that inhale, and hum on the exhale. And we'll kind of all be at different lengths of time. Everybody's breath is a different length. But I'll time it for 5 minutes and see how far we get. With a mala chain, there's 108 beads, which is a significant yogic number. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's nice just to slow down and enjoy some meditative practice. So let's close our eyes. And then your thumb on that first little bead, if you have them, don't worry if not, just inhale, exhale the so hum. So let's begin. And just let your breath be natural. Try not to speed up. And just observe your mind through the whole practice. Notice if you're aware of the full breath. Stay with your mantra. And then just gently, you may or may not have finished the mala chain, or you might have finished it a while before. But we'll just blink our eyes open. That took a little bit longer, nearly sort of 6.5, 7 minutes. Did you enjoy it? Does doing something with the hands and the mantra in the mind kind of keep you present in the moment? I must admit, I find that fewer thoughts creep in when you're doing those things together. And I say, everybody will go through it at a different sort of speed. Other people will take really slow breaths, and others will, it will be a shorter amount of time. Anyway, so first pose, we're just going to take the legs wide into dragonfly. Listen to your hips. If you need to, it's always better to bring your legs a lot closer, and then maybe gradually you can start to sort of widen them as we sit in the pose. Just walk out the sit bones so that they connect with the mat, and then we can just gently come forward. And remembering, if you need anything under your knees, you can always take a little support there. So relax. Exploring this pose in this moment in time. Noticing how different it feels. As we bring the breath to the belly, we can just start to explore loosening into the upper back and shoulders. So noticing how it feels through your legs, certainly the inner legs. Maybe aware of some tension in through the back. And how does this pose feel? Is it a nice sensation or challenging? And just exploring if you can lean more into the pose, if it feels right for you, or if you're happy where you are. Breathing to belly. Keep looking for areas in the body that the tension comes back. And we'll take one more breath. Slowly lifting up, feeling the release that you get through your back and through the legs. And then just lying back, enjoying how it feels to roll down. Take your time. Our first forward sort of fold of our practice might leave you a bit tight through the lower back still. Enjoy the deep breaths as you relax. So relaxing your buttocks around the sides of your waist, and then gradually your lower back. All the muscles there will give way. Become aware whether your breathing feels a little tight as everything relaxes as well. Keep checking in to see if you're as relaxed as you can be, if there's still a little bit more to go. Following any chi. And so hopefully that's all softened a little bit for you. Let's draw the knees in. Sometimes it takes that long for everything to, just sort of stretch out and melt a little bit. So if you roll up and grab a block, we're going to come into supported bridge. You have the choice of having the block on the top height or the next level down, whatever feels right with you. And maybe you can try one and then change to the other, whatever feels just right in the moment. Every time we'll come into this, we might feel a little bit different. As you come up, you might notice a little twinge and then decide to come lower. So as always, just resting on that flat part of the sacrum, not the lumbar vertebrae. And relaxing arms. Your chin will naturally just tuck in. Try not to let your shoulders creep up to the ears. That is always somewhere that you'll notice that happening. And relaxing the inner thighs and buttocks. And then bringing your awareness to the breath down in the belly and then the movement in the chest. Every now and then just rotate awareness around the buttocks and thighs, shoulders. If you need to alter the pose in any way, you can. And at any time throughout any pose, you can always come out of it. So how does this pose feel? It's always nice to inquire because although we repeat these poses many times, you'll feel different each time. Where do you notice the most sensation? Is it around the lower back or is it over the top of the hip flexors? Perhaps you're noticing more of a stretch through the belly or through the back of the neck. Just enjoy being in the moment. Just following your breath. Softening shoulders. And then gently, we'll take a breath or two. And slowly lifting up, so come onto your toes. Just popping that block to the side, coming down. And just enjoying that lovely sensation of release. So different from the after sensation following dragonfly, especially around the lower back. And just check in with yourself and just observe whether it's the physical sensations you enjoy the most, or whether it's just how calm you feel being in the moment with your practice. Perhaps each pose is different and it has a different feeling for you, whether it's physical or emotional. So again, let's draw the knees in, have a little hug. And then we'll rock up. So we're going to come into heart bench next. 2 blocks. If this doesn't feel right for you, there's always bench where you lie back over the cushion. So you choose, especially with an evening practice, you might want to be a bit more nurturing. So just deciding yourself. Otherwise, we'll have 1 block behind the heart, aligning the spine, and the other one for the head. And by all means, even if you come into heart bench and you think, oh, actually, I think I'd rather something softer, please change. You're being drawn to whatever you need this evening. Follow your intuition. And take a few moments, just make sure that block is in the best place for you. It might mean moving it a couple of times. And then we can settle. Let your eyelids close. Let your chin tuck in. And some nice deep breaths. Really enjoying how the rib cage expands and contracts. Keep checking through the back of the neck and relaxing all your facial muscles as well. Is your breathing in a very nice rhythm? Do you notice if it's deeper in this pose? And just notice when we have these quiet, silent moments between me speaking, where your mind wanders. Let's just take 3 conscious breaths here. No need to rush, just nice long breaths. And then we'll slowly, using our arms, we'll lift our head first, then support the body coming up. And slowly coming down when you're ready. And just sort of savouring that feeling. Again, when we use the blocks, you can really feel that kind of imprint on the back of your body for a little while. Have a nice sigh and relax. Feeling whatever you feel, wherever you feel it. Aware of your breath even as you lie here. And then we'll hug in. Enjoy a nice rock on your back. Side to side. And then noticing how different it feels when you roll in circles one way and then the other. And then we're going to come into, so our next pose is cat's tail, which involves a twist. Now, if you know that this pose doesn't suit you, please choose a 2-sided pose that you do enjoy. The last one we will come into is waterfall, so maybe just kind of keeping that one till the end. But with cat's tail, I like to have a pillow for the head, and then we'll start turning onto our right hand side. So lying all the way on your right hand side, and if even this pose you know you can do, but would like more padding underneath the hips and the thighs, then just another blanket is always good. And so we'll bring that left knee over, have your pillow to support your head and neck, grab your foot, so you're grabbing your right foot with your left hand. And then gently, just as and when you're ready, just let that left shoulder rock backwards as we come into a twist. Try and relax your buttocks and the lower back and all around the waist. Even with a pillow, you might notice you're still tense in your neck, so just return consciousness there every now and then to relax. And holding onto your foot in a nice loose way. So whatever pose you've chosen, just trying to achieve that relaxation. All through your body, through your legs, through the neck. Consciously aware of the breath in the belly and chest. So how do you feel in the pose that you're in? Which parts of it do you enjoy? Where are you benefiting throughout your physical body? And also noticing how you feel emotionally, how it connects with a certain chakra. With a twist, it's very much with your solar plexus, above your navel, linking with your upper digestive system and your self-worth. And if you just roll a little further backwards, if there's room to do that, and then relax again. And then we'll take one more breath. Gently coming out of your pose slowly, releasing your foot if you're in cat's tail. And then we'll all join each other lying back into Shavasana. Taking a few moments just to observe whatever we feel through all the parts of our body. Where do you feel your chi moving, or a sensation of that kind of cold or tingling? Does it run along lines in your body, the meridian lines, or do you notice it in patches? In your practice, when we have these quiet times, notice what comes to your mind, whether there are certain answers in life, bright ideas. Being curious as to all information coming in, whether it's physical or mental, emotional, spiritual information. So let's draw the knees in. We're going to come into the other side. So whatever pose you've just done, other side. Cat's tail will come onto our left. So make sure you've got whatever supports you need to and props. Okay, right knee comes over and in line with the hip. We grab our left foot and then gently rolling that shoulder, your right shoulder backwards. In time, don't have to come all the way initially. Just gently let the body stretch, and you'll notice it becomes easier. If you can't hold your foot, that's fine as well. Just let the leg relax. And really try and relax through the head and neck. Sometimes there's still that temptation to hold tension here. Again, breathing deeply to belly. Being curious where your breath moves in your body. Is your breath lovely and slow and deep? And maybe just observing whether the inhale or the exhale is longer. So tuning in all through your body, relaxing your face. So we'll gently just take a few more breaths. Releasing your foot slowly, noticing how it feels to extend the leg and around the knee. And then we'll roll gently onto our backs. Taking a few moments here. Following any sensations you feel. And chi movements, do they mirror the other side? Are you getting the same sensations, but just in reverse? Inner thighs, perhaps even around the lower part of the ribs and the belly with the twist. And then we'll hug our knees in. Right one, then left one. And take your time to rock. So last pose, finally we'll come into waterfall, which I know is a favourite. Grab your cushion or whatever you use to elevate, and then we'll gently wedge it underneath, raising our legs. So this is always a lovely one. You can never be, what's the word? You can always be in this pose for some length of time. It always feels good. I think they do say a good 3 minutes, a minimum of 3 minutes in a raised leg is always beneficial for many things, heart, immune system. And so drawing awareness to our third eye. Close your eyes, you can keep your eyes closed, but kind of gazing between the eyebrows. Any sort of excess fluid that we may hold in the lower legs or around the ankles just gives us a chance to drain, become more comfortable. How do you feel in yourself when you're in some of these poses? Tuning into that deeper part of you, your soul. If you choose to have an inner conversation with yourself, what might that be? What's being said? Notice your breath here, whether it changes from all the other poses. Does it slightly shallow? Do you have to be more conscious of bringing the breath to the belly? And so we'll just take a few more breaths. Gently bending our knees. We'll pull the cushion away. Have just a few moments in Shavasana. And again, just observe. Relax as much as you can. Take the shoulders down if they crept up to the ears. And then we'll relax. So if you want to stay lying down, pulling a blanket over, or if you would prefer to roll up to seated. Listen to your body, choose what you need. I'll take a card this evening. Let's see if there's some wisdom that we can ponder on and take into our sleep. What we say to ourselves before we go into our deep sleep can be very powerful on our subconscious mind. Our sleep is a place where we process, we digest a lot of things that have happened in the day or things we've seen, we've watched or heard. And so what we say to ourselves before sleep is almost like that lingering vibration of a thought. So try always to say something positive to yourself before you sleep, and let that be something that you mull over. So we have Rochelle. Okay. So this little card says, as you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. You are fully supported by heaven, and we have heard your prayers for financial support. Be assured that we see money as a symbol of abundance supply that God provides to all his children. The earthly negativity surrounding money comes from human minds alone. In heaven, we see money as the energy of exchange. We know that you need material essentials. Like any loving parent, God wants his children to be comfortable, safe and happy. That is one of the reasons why he sends you guardian angels. Your finances have been blocked in the past because of guilt or other negative beliefs and emotions. I have helped you heal and release much of your negative association with money. Please know that I am here to help you so that you can help more people. The more that you allow me to give you, the more you will be able to give others. In the near future, you will be able to manifest all of your needs. But in the meantime, allow me to help you through my heavenly contributions. So always a nice little supportive message with that one. Allowing help. Sometimes it's hard to allow ourselves to receive. So just take a few moments, letting your mind wander wherever it will with that little passage. So just take some time now to just follow your breath. See if you can follow your breath for 5 without being too distracted. And taking a body scan from head to toe. And perhaps just comparing if anything felt tight or tender earlier, how it feels now. If there's a bit more freedom in your body. And also checking in with how you feel emotionally. How calm you are. So we'll start to move gently now, wiggling fingers and toes. Noticing a deep breath. And then taking a full body stretch if you're lying down. And then you can hug knees in when you're ready. Don't rush your movements, just enjoy rocking or rolling your shoulders. Tilt the head forwards and backwards and side to side. And then in your own time, you can roll up to seated. And then bringing hands to heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.